Yo, welcome back to Pokemon LeafGreen with Justin and Ulam. As you can see, I've gone ahead and gotten Zap up to level. Go ahead and show you what we've had him learn. Went ahead and taught the Thunder TM. We've found 2 in the course of the playthrough so far, so taught 1. Learned Spark and Lock On by level up, so that should mostly take care of an electric type. I'll go ahead and quickly show you how he evolved. That's going to give us a little bit of additional power. I did look up, he's not going to learn any steel type moves, so we're gonna be missing out on any steel coverage, but by and large that shouldn't really be that problematic. We're gonna go ahead and get a grass encounter for this route. Alright. Being a siege, I should have had someone appropriate switched in, alright. Which would include Zap now, as our paralysis through Thunder Wave is going to be somewhat helpful. Alright, we resist it pretty well too. We won't be able to use Zap to weaken it, because there's almost no way that Zap can attack this thing without taking it out in one hit. But let me think. Actually, we're about 17 levels above this. I don't know if any of them can... We'll switch back into Try and go for our Try attack. Hopefully, I don't know, that should do good damage. I kind of wonder if it's going to one-shot. Hopefully it won't. It did. Oh well. Well, Seedra would have been decent as another water backup, but we still have a couple others, so not that concerned about it. Alright, and that will count as our encounter for this route, so not really gonna bother stopping for any further interruptions. I could fight some of the trainers on this route, but we'll probably save that for... Oh, right, good, you can't see me. I looked up the level of Blaine's team, and unfortunately, while we're right about perfect for his team in general, his ace is going to be about 10 levels above our current average. But like I said, the entire rest of his team we're actually right about perfect for, so I'm thinking we're gonna try to just get the key to unlock his gym and then go directly try to fight him, which I expect will probably win. Will clearly, I mean, depending on the element, I expect to have basically no trouble at all with most of his Pokemon, but his Arcanine replacement's going to be 47, I think, which could be a little difficult depending on, once again, the element. If it's an element that we have someone who's good against, then even 10 levels is not going to be particularly difficult to overcome. Let's go ahead and take 2 people out of the party right quick, so that we can revive these 2 fossils and see what we get. I'm almost certainly not going to use them during this episode, but they'll be decent as options for further backup. And speaking of backup and the potential need for it, I've also gone ahead and looked at Giovanni's levels since I plan on skipping the Sevi Islands, which kind of means that we're going to proceed right from Blaine basically to the Giovanni gym fight. And in both cases, I think we're going to take at least some advantage of the gym trainers. Alright, interesting. A Porygon. That's not super useful. We're gonna call you Soldier. After the band episode, which I think is called Lightning Soldier? Porygon? Something Soldier Porygon. Maybe Cyber? No, I think it's Lightning. Eh, whatever. Alright. Oh! And he just somehow knows that that's interesting. Well, we're just getting flooded with Charizards now. But what I was trying to say about Giovanni is that his team is going to be mid-40s and his ace is like 49, so I'm figuring with the amount of experience we'll get from both the gyms and from Blaine's actual gym fight, we should probably be close enough. As you can see, everybody's 37, which is not really that close, but we'll just not give a nickname to this Charizard, because we're almost certainly not going to use it. I've decided I'm probably not going to actually go ahead and use the other one that we caught, this second torch. It's just kind of weird that we just keep getting more and more of them. Alright. Switch these back onto the team. And we're good. So, we'll have a few more encounters, specifically, I think, maybe only just the encounter in the, ruined, or the old mansion, which is a ruin, so. Let's go ahead and get that over with, but first things first, switch to Zap so that we can paralyze whatever it is. There we go. Alright, and the encounter for in here is another chance at a Seadra. Well, okay, again, we will take it. And this one's a little bit higher level, so it'll be a little easier to not knock out. Though maybe we don't have the normal type use a stab move on it. In which case, could have Dream use Twister, which should be okay because it's not going to be stab, and Twister's pretty weak. Come on, this should work, right? Pretty high level. Okay, that's actually going to be kind of problematic the other way around. Let's go for Bite. You also shouldn't be able to do... Well, that was close. Alright, and it got off its poison point. Well, that's a touch frustrating. Oh, you know Twister too. Alright, I don't think that this thing's going to be around long enough to cause the poison any issue. We should be able to catch it pretty easily with... Yeah, let's go for a dive ball. That's a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Paralysis and red HP did the trick. I don't know, what shall we name you? We'll go with, since you're based on a seahorse, Epona. And I believe that I still have several antidotes. Yep. Well, okay, only 3, so we will need to be careful and grab probably a few more of those next time I'm in a Pokemon Center. Or Pokemart. But anyway, alright, you know, well, no, I think I do need to... I think I need to get this right in order to proceed. Well, hold on. We're gonna say no. So, does the door still open when you do this fight? Or do you do the fight and still have to get the answer correct? I don't know. I don't think I've ever gotten one of these answers wrong. Alright. So, do we just go for a Thunder or opt for a Spark? It only just occurred to me, this unfortunately almost certainly means that it's a Dark Gym, which is probably going to be like almost just Umbreon, which is kind of a nightmare. Defensively, not offensively, but defensively is enough of a problem. Which means Thunder Wave is probably worth using. Any turns it can't move is a turn less than... Oh! Synchronize. I'm thinking about that. Well, it's not great. Alright, I'm going to go for Spark. Man, that is so little. I don't think we have anyone with fighting moves at the moment anymore. Did I feed you a Brick Break or something like that? No. Yeah, we don't. Ugh, Dark's just gonna be a bit of a pain. I really probably should have gone for Poison from Venusaur. Okay, it's just... These trainer fights are going to take a while, and then once they're done, the actual gym battle is probably going to take a while, because it's, like I said, probably going to be an entire Blaine's team worth of Umbreon. Because I think Umbreon should be the only Dark type that was left in the decks via the specific randomizer we used. Gym of Umbreon followed by a leader of Umbreon. Ay, 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 ay. Well, can't synchronize this when we're already paralyzed. But we are level 38, so actually, try to switch out, let one of the 37s have the next couple bits of leveling, and that's still resisted, so good for you. That was a crit under the doubling damage circumstances. It is also a special attack, so the Intimidate probably doesn't mean much. Let's just go for Bite. See if we can get some... Oh, right. Alright, so nope, let's not do that. Of course you know Goofy's, right? Ay, 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 ay. I guess try Twister. Bad idea. Dragon Fang, but oh my goodness, yeah, it's getting Dragon Fang boosted, but that is not worth it. So Surf would probably also be pretty not worth it. Alright, let's switch to Try. Ugh. This may not be a particularly loss danger gym, but it is going to be a nightmare to get through at this rate. Oh, great, and the Synchronize. Yeah, this is... Oh boy. There's just no good way around this. Hopefully paralysis doesn't bite us in the butt and stop us from being able to... Ah, of course it does. Probably explicitly because I had to say something about it. And come on, just finish it. Oh, come on, Try. Use a potion. Let's see. Use a hyper? Possibly? No. Well, considering I think a super is only 50, actually, I think we do have to use a hyper. So finally it gets paralyzed. Just go for Try Attack. Must have been going for a Quick Attack. Alright, we're gonna switch to Venusaur. This is just a nightmare. And at least with Poison Powder, we can be getting consistent damage. Oh, right. Oh, right. No, yeah, we switched it for Toxic. So actually, with Toxic and Leech Seed, yeah, we may end up having to just let LeafGreen carry us through this, because LeafGreen should pretty easily be able to carry us through this. Yeah, especially with its defenses. These are not going to be very entertaining battles, I'm afraid. But they'll get the job done. Meanwhile, just try with Razor Leaf. Not a lot, but I mean, something. And then the 2 damage over times. Ay, 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 ay. Well, unfortunately, if this is the case, it is really gonna be frustrating to do any... We need the levels, though maybe not for this gym. How do I want to handle this? Alright, I'm back. I went on something of a wild goose chase. Turns out we'll need 50 Pokemon in order to get the experience share, which I was thinking I could use that alongside the Lucky Egg on LeafGreen to have LeafGreen do all these fights, but still at least try to get some training onto the last couple of 37s. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and nix that, and I'm also probably going to go ahead and not bother with any of these remaining, let's see, 9, yeah, no. We're just going to go ahead and give the right answers and move on through, because LeafGreen is going to have absolutely no trouble with 3 out of 4 of Blaine's Pokemon. And it'll get some experience from those, so I'm just really not that worried. Plus, I'm not going to be bothering anymore at this point with having anyone but Venusaur take on all these Umbreons. It's just ridiculous. Alright. 2 more, I think? In between this and the next episode, I will need to go through the 2 more water routes we have and wherever else I can to try to get some good training going for their team, though, because undoubtedly we're going to need it going into Giovanni's gym since we're not going to bother with it here. Alright, was that the last one? I can never remember. No, indeed, there were at least 2 once you reach the far left of the room. Alright, just one last question. No. Alright, so, kind of a moment of truth. We know the majority of his team's going to be Umbreon. I'm thinking it's going to be the entirety of his team, which is going to be a nightmare, but whatever. We've got our slow burn LeafGreen out front ready to take on, yep, well, I mean, yeah, the first one was always going to be Umbreon. Whether or not the entire rest of his team is... we'll find out, but like I said, I'm pretty sure. Yep, don't work. Okay, I wasn't thinking about the fact that, well, none of them have been using Sand Attack, so they probably lost that move at least. But the confusion could be a bit of a damper on my plans. But not really. Because I also stopped at a Pokemon Center while I was out looking for the, experience share, and I got potions, so we're also stocked up on potions. We're significantly below their level, and I'm still considering this to basically be a non-fight. Alright, can't switch out now, but I wasn't really planning to anyway. Plus, that effect ends when the Pokemon that used it faints, so I will be able to switch out if we want in between. This is just getting frustrating. At least the Toxic is slowly doing its job. But now, yeah, considering we're in range of some danger, 100 should be about enough. Oh yeah, no, that'll be more enough. Go and use up that Moo Moo Milk. Because even if it crits with a feint attack, if it had crit with a feint attack and we'd hit ourselves in confusion, we might have been in danger, so better just go ahead and stay high on health, because it dies next turn to poison anyway. We'll go ahead and try Leech Seed just to see if we can snap out of confusion. Alright. That's a bit frustrating. But the Toxic will only get even stronger in this case now. And we get the Leech Seed off. Excellent. So we'll also probably finish sapping enough health to get up. Plus, it probably dies this next turn. Yep, especially because the Razor Leaf lands. There's no way it has enough health for how much the Leech Seed and the next set of Toxic is going to do. Nice little touch of healing from the Leech Seed, and there's the finishing off of the Toxic. Alright, I've already seen all 3 of the first. Now let's see if the final one was also indeed another Umbreon. It almost certainly is. Yep, it's just a really high-leveled Umbreon. Rinse and repeat. This would have actually been very good if we'd had that experience share to spread some of this around, but frustrating. It's just getting all poured into LeafGreen, who could use it, and this will make LeafGreen a lot safer in upcoming battles, but actually, on that note, considering I don't know the speed difference, I think I'll use a potion this turn. Specifically this lemonade, which is still quite a bit overkill. There we go, yep. And then we'll throw a Leech Seed on it this next turn. Hey, and we even snapped out of Confusion too. And we didn't miss, so excellent. Everything went as well as could be hoped. This Umbreon is now fainted. It's just a matter of time. It's just already there. Yep, you can do a lot more with the crit than the other ones did because of your level, but it's still really not enough to be that worrying. At full health. If we get confused again, we may need to play things a little more carefully. But I think we'd probably kill you before that would be. Well, yeah, considering you didn't go for Confuse Ray this turn, yeah, I think it dies before any confusion shenanigans could happen again. Plus, yep, with that Leech Seed... Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, that would have been nice. And just Razor Leaf. Oh, there's that second Hyper Potion that I forgot to be looking for. We'll actually get to see Toxic stack up very high. And with that other Leech Seed, now even if it gets another crit feint attack again, we'll be in range of a potion being needed. Oh man, that's such good poison damage after a few turns. Yeah, it almost certainly dies this turn. Ha! Goes for Confuse Ray. Day late and $1 short, I'm afraid. Get some healing. And then... Toxic. Not quite enough for level 41, but level 40 is just fine. Well, sorry for that being so anticlimactic. What TM are you? I think, yeah, these are not being randomized, so that should just be Fire Blast. It says don't use it on a water Pokemon, and yeah, I probably wouldn't. Certainly not the water Pokemon we have, because they're not a special attacker and really shouldn't be focusing on this sort of thing anyhow. Is there anyone we can even realistically give that to? Skulk, why are you... Actually, we could teach it, but again, yeah, special attack, really not Gyarados' forte. Which is why I have the bulk of his moves being special attacks, of course. Alright, well, this is probably going to end up being maybe a little bit shorter of an episode than average, but oh well, things ended up just really going kind of frustratingly. So, with this team, well, I'm about to turn down Bill on his trip offer. How about spending time? Sorry, buddy, I'm a little bit busy. Yep. See you some other time. I might go with him and do that off screen for training if it turns out there's not enough trainers on these 2 routes to get everybody where they need to be, because where LeafGreen is at 40 is still not going to be where they need to be. The plan is probably going to be to get them to about 45, because upper 40, almost, I think 49 is going to be Giovanni's ace, and the rest of his Pokemon are all around 45, so... I'll do that training of, like I said, I think this team will be good enough coverage, and I'll catch you next episode. Thanks for watching. See you then.